Laura with Ribbon and Bozo My, and today we're going to make the most basic of burlap wreaths. You will need 12 to 15 yards of 16-inch burlap, 2 zip ties, and a wire frame wreath 16 inches in diameter. So to start, wrap your burlap around the outer edge of your wreath, bringing the loose edge down on top of the ribbon envelope style. Instead of gluing or sewing the seam together, we're going to use a zip tie like we would a needle and thread. Weave it in and out of the burlap, then cinch into a loop. If you are using a birdshell or a printed burlap, you'll find that you have an easier time weaving in the unprinted surface of the burlap, since the paint tends to seal those open loops together. If your zip tie is facing the wrong way when you go to cinch, that's okay. You can twist it around or you can reweave. Now here's the best and worst part about this wreath. There is not a lot of skill involved. This is great because it means that really anybody can do it and make it look great. But this also makes it difficult to explain in measured steps because you're doing a lot of twisting and pulling until it looks good. So here's the basic idea. You are zigzagging up the wire frame of the wreath, pulling loops in between the wires. 3 rows of loops and 2 columns in every segment of the wire frame means that each section has a total of 6 loops inside. Now remember, you want to pull the ribbon from your spool, not from your wreath, when you go to create new ears. If you pull at your wreath, you will shorten the work you've already done, so pull from your spool to create new loops. When you complete 1 row of 3 loops, you will twist the burlap so the printed side is facing you and start the process over again. You will find that if you are using burlap, the texture of the ribbon is going to do a lot of your creative heavy lifting, which means the burlap is almost always going to look great. You just gotta keep pulling and be confident in what you're doing. And there's really no wrong way to do this, and this particular wreath is very forgiving because we are not cutting or gluing the burlap at any point. So if you don't like it, you can start over without losing any ribbon. Just trim off your zip ties and start over. So when you're finished, you're going to tuck your remaining edge into the back of the frame, or repeat your first step and sew it to the back of the burlap using a zip tie. And that's it. This is such a satisfying project. This wreath will look elegant, stylish, and expensive every time, and you only need 3 things: burlap, wire frame, zip ties, and/or floral wire. You can find all the specialty ribbon, packaging ribbon, and hair bow ribbon you love at ribbonandbowsomai.com. Thank you guys so much for watching.